Hi children, how are you? I know you all are punctual in your work. So I expect you completed your notes and also you studied the last topic. Okay. So in our last section we discussed about the physical quantities, distance, displacement, speed, velocity and acceleration. So we know the definition about its expressions and also we know what is the unit of these physical quantities. Okay. So we know that motion can be represented by graphical method also. Okay. So in a graph we can understand the position of an object and also we can find the speed of an object. Then also we can understand whether an object is at rest or it is in motion. So this type all information we can obtain from a graph. Okay. So in this lesson we are going to study mainly two types of graphs. That is distance time graph and velocity time graph. Okay. So in this section, that is in today's section, we are going to study about distance time graph. We are going to study about distance time graph. In a distance time graph, we know that to plot a graph, mainly we are using two axes, x-axis and y-axis. In a distance time graph, already we know that the distance is represented by the letter S and distance is taken along y-axis and the time is along x-axis. So we can define as a distance time graph is a graph plotted against distance and time. Okay. So we can make a small equation or a small data regarding a type of motion. So here is the data of a small type of motion. So here it is time and this is the displacement. The time is 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 seconds and 8 seconds. And displacement is 10 meter, 20 meter, then 30 meter. In meter is the unit of SI unit of displacement and here it is 40 meter. So let us plot a graph by using this data. So we can mark the points here. In the last class I explained about how we can plot the graph. Here we can plot the scale on x-axis is time and we can note the time here 2 seconds, 4 seconds. So 1 centimeter is equal to 2 seconds here. And 6 seconds. Okay. Then it is 8 seconds. And here we can mark the distance also. That is 10 meter, 20 meter, 30 meter, etc. Then we can mark the coordinates. On x-axis, after the motion is started from here at rest and after 2 seconds the object is at, where is the object, position of the object is at, that is in 10 meter. Then after 4 seconds, the object is at, after 4 seconds, the object is at 20 meter. Then after 6 seconds, the object is at 30 meter. So these all are the points. This point, these all are the points. When we join all these points, we will get a straight line. So the distance time graph can be plotted like this. Okay. So the distance is on y-axis and the time is on x-axis. Then we can consider here the movement, here the time interval you can consider. So that is equal time interval and equal distances. So we know that if an object travels equal distances in equal intervals of time, then that motion is said to be uniform motion and here the object is moving with a uniform speed. Okay. So the speed of an object is uniform speed. We can understand that is because for each second, for each time interval, we can calculate the speed. So we know that here at the first interval after 2 seconds, what is the speed? So let it be v1, which is equal to 10 by 2. Okay. So next we can take after 4 seconds, that is 20 by 4. So this is equal to 5 and here also equal to 5. So the speed of an object is constant 5 meter per second. So we can tell that this is a graph of uniform motion. So the distance time graph for uniform motion now we discussed. Okay. So distance time graph for what motion? Uniform speed. Okay. Uniform motion means uniform speed. This is the distance time graph for uniform speed. Okay. So distance time graph is a graph between the distance and time. And now we discussed about distance time graph for uniform speed. So from this graph we can calculate the speed of an object. So how can we calculate the speed? So let us consider 2 points A and B on the graph. So this is the point A and this is the point B. Okay, and we can mark the corresponding time interval is T2 and here the corresponding time interval is T1. Okay, then corresponding time distance of the point here it is S2 and for A it is S1. S1 is the corresponding distance. So when we calculate the speed is already we know that the equation that is time distance by time. Here what is the distance here? S2 minus S1. So the speed is equal to S2 minus S1 divided by T2 minus T1. So what is the S2 minus S1? S2 minus S1 is the distance travelled during the time interval T2 minus T1. Here it is T2 and this point is T1. In this way we can calculate the speed of an object from distance time graph for uniform speed. Now let us see distance time graph for non-uniform motion. Distance time graph for uniform motion is already completed and non-uniform motion. Okay. So from the word itself we can understand in a non-uniform motion the object travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time. So we can plot a graph by using this data. Here one data. So by using this we can plot a graph and we can understand what type of graph we can obtain. So this is the time interval and this is the distance in meter. Okay, S and T. So the time is 2 seconds. Then after 4 seconds, 6 seconds and 8 seconds. First, that is after 2 seconds the object travels 5 meter. Okay. Then after 4 seconds it travels a distance of what is that now? 10. Okay. Next after 6 seconds the speed increases and travels a distance of 25 meter. Okay. Then again it travels, that is after 8 centimeter it travels a distance of that is 40 meter. Okay. So this is the data and by using this we can plot a graph. The same way we can plot the graph like this. That is okay. So non-uniform motion already we discussed. 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 seconds and 8 seconds. So here the scale of the graph is 1 centimeter is equal to 2 seconds. Here I am taking the scale 1 centimeter is equal to 5 meter. Okay. So this is S, that is displacement, and here it is time on x-axis. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So here 5, then after 10, then again 15, then 20, here it is 25, then 30, 35, the last 40. Okay. So we can mark the same way we can mark the test. After 2 seconds, the object travels a distance of what is 5 meter. This is the point. Next, after 4 seconds, it travels. Okay, it travels a distance of, here it is the same 10 meter. Next, the object travels a distance of 25. So we can plot the graph like this. So 25. Next, after 8 seconds, it travels a distance of 40 meter. Okay. So we can plot the graph like this. So let us see. So you can see here the graph is a curved line. Okay. So for uniform motion, the graph is a straight line. But in the case of a non-uniform motion, the graph is a curved line. Okay. So next we can see what is the graph, or what is the shape of graph of if an object is at rest. A non-uniform motion also completed. Next, distance time graph for an object is at rest. Okay. So here also we can plot the graph, the same distance time graph. This is the distance time graph, that is time on x-axis and the distance on y-axis. And here this is the origin. Okay. So we know that if an object is at rest, listen, this is 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, or instead of this you can write any time interval 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, 10, 15 or any time interval you can write. Then let us consider the distance is 10 meter. This is again 20, again 30. Okay. So now we are going to plot a graph for an object is at rest. Okay. So let us consider after 2 seconds. Where is that? This object is at 30 meter. Okay. After 2 seconds, just listen here. After 2 seconds, the object is at 30 centimeter. Again, after 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, where is the object? The same 30. Okay. After 6 seconds, where is it? The same 30. After 8 seconds also, where is the object? The same 30 meter. So what can we understand from this data? If an object changes its position with respect to time, we can say that that object is moving. But here there is no change in the position. So the object continues the same position when after each time interval. Okay. So when we join these line, these points, what we will get it as? We will get a straight line parallel to x-axis. Okay. So the distance time graph of an object is parallel to the time axis or x-axis, which means that the object is at rest. That means there is no change in the position of an object with respect to time. Okay. Clear? So, if the graph of distance time graph is parallel to the x-axis, what does it mean? That is, the object is at rest. Okay. So, now we discussed about what is distance time graph and what are the types of distance time graph. Mainly we can that is main type of graph we discussed, that is distance time graph for uniform motion, non-uniform motion and object is at rest. In the case of uniform motion, the distance time graph is a straight line. It is a straight line with a slope. Non-uniform motion, it is a curved line, and in the case of an object is at rest means it is a straight line parallel to x-axis. Okay. And from this distance time graph, the uses of distance time graph. From this graph, we can calculate the distance of an object at a particular time interval, and also we can calculate the speed of an object. Then we can understand the position of an object after a particular time interval. So these all are the main uses of distance time graph. Let us revise the topic graphical representation of motion. Graphical representation of motion. Graphs give more detailed information about the nature of motion than when motion is expressed in a tabular form. To describe motion of an object, we can use line graphs. In this case, line graphs show dependence of one physical quantity such as distance or velocity on another physical quantity such as time. Distance time graph. It is a graph obtained by plotting distance travelled along y-axis and time is taken along x-axis. Here we discussed about distance time graph for uniform speed, distance time graph for non-uniform speed, distance time graph for an object at rest. Distance time graph for uniform speed. For uniform speed, graph is a straight line. And from this graph, we can find the speed of an object. Here you can see S2 is the corresponding distance of the point B and T2 is the corresponding time. And for A, S1 is the corresponding distance and T1 is the corresponding time. So, here BD is equal to S2 minus S1 and AD is equal to T2 minus T1. We know that speed is equal to distance by time. So, here distance is equal to BD and time interval equal to AD. So, BD is equal to S2 minus S1 and AD is equal to T2 minus T1. So, speed V is equal to S2 minus S1 divided by T2 minus T1. Distance time graph for non-uniform speed. In the case of non-uniform speed, the object travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time. Distance time graph for non-uniform speed is a curved line. Distance time graph for an object at rest. Distance time graph of an object at rest is a straight line parallel to x-axis. So, in this case, there is no change in the position of the object with respect to time. So, that for all the time we can see the distance is at a particular point only. So, we can say that the distance time graph for an object at rest is a straight line parallel to x-axis. Uses of distance time graph. It tells the position of a body at any instant of time. Distance covered by a body at a particular intervals of time can be seen from the graph. The velocity of the body at any instant of time can be determined. Next worksheet. What are the uses of graphical study of motion?
Second question, what is the distance time graph of a body? Draw distance time graph for uniform speed, non-uniform speed, and object at rest. Third question, how can we find the speed of an object from distance time graph? Fourth question, mention the uses of distance time graph. So, thank you. Have a fantastic day.